Ladies, namaste.
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 Three of you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tell me one thing that this movie made you do that you've never done before.
Sing.
I was like, no, Greta, please don't make me do it.
Barbie's changed, and this movie that's like as big as any movie can be.
I feel like this is the one thing nobody's talking about, but you're like always smiling in this movie.
I know, it's the funnest thing ever.
Tell me honestly, if all three of you could steal one piece from the set, what would it be?
Giant remote control car.
Car. It's just beautiful. I love it.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi everybody, my name is Sakshma Srivastav and I hope that all of you are happy and healthy. I am in Seoul, South Korea right now for the Barbie movie. Ladies, namaste.
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 India.
Welcome to Indian television. This is the first time for all three of you, right?
Yes.
In Seoul?
Yeah, no, for the Indian audience to get to know you.
Yes.
I think
it
for this press tour, yeah.
I've done some Indian press for Superstore. Which
Oh, I love
think
that show,
made
by the way. I know we shouldn't
I
talk
love
about
that
that,
show
but love the show, love you in it. Let's talk about the Barbie movie now because the movie is one of a kind. All three of you should tell me one thing that this movie made you do that you've never done before.
Oh, one thing that
Sing.
Closer I am fine. Closer I am fine.
Sing.
I was like, no, Greta, please don't make me do it.
No, but I found it so charming because she's so good at everything.
She's like the perfect Barbie.
And
This
she's
is-
the perfect part. But then when
She's
I
not
was
a
like,
good singer.
I was like, Margot, please just hit it super off key for me. And you were like, no problem.
Like, that won't be a stretch.
I
Off
love
key
it.
is exactly what I can give you.
I find tone deafness to be incredibly winning. I really do. It's a beautiful thing. What did it make me do that I've never done before? Well, I've never made a movie this big. Ship. It was like a that was it. That sense of like all of these people and all of this incredible talent who's
like
bringing
the biggest
this
first
to life.
project for you.
It's the biggest.
What about America?
biggest?
For me, it was, funnily enough, the action stuff without giving anything away. Like, I got to do actually two different sort of stunt type things, and they were so fun. And that's all I can say, the kind of action-y stunt stuff.
We're really looking forward to see all of that on the silver screen. And now the sets are so beautiful that the biggest dialogue on the internet right now is that people don't want the sets to be destroyed. Once the movie's over, they want it to be like amusement parks. They want it to become like a museum that they can visit later on. Is there a chance that could happen?
I know.
I really want to know.
Actually, there is. We've preserved
Yes.
all of these sets and everything, and we've talked about what we're gonna do with it later. Because actually, one of our producers, David Heyman, was also made Harry Potter, and they preserved Hogwarts and all of that, and so.
And look at how well that's doing now.
So
The amount of money you could make as the producer.
No, funnily enough, the producer somehow never. But we shot at Leavesden where they shot Harry Potter, and we talked about it at the time. We're like,
We need
this
to
would
save
this would be
everything.
amazing if we could have some sort of like
Like,
Barbie.
I would love to
tour.
slide down in my Barbie
I
heels
know.
and walk on the pool like Margot.
it.
That'd be like my Barbie moment for sure.
It's so fun. I want everyone to have that.
My next question is for you, America. You said that you've never played with a Barbie doll as you were young because you didn't feel like you belonged in the Barbie world, which is very interesting for me because now this movie talks about how inclusive and diverse the idea of Barbie is.
Yeah.
After doing this movie, this version, do you feel you belong in the Barbie world now?
Well, that's the big takeaway, I think, of the film, and it has been for me, is like, we're all Barbies, and to get to be a part of the expansion of this iconic, insanely influential brand that has touched all of our lives is really exciting because I didn't play with Barbies growing up, and I didn't feel seen in that way, and now it's all changed. Barbie's changed, and this movie that's like as big as any movie can be, and as anticipated as any movie can be, is really giving us all the permission to see ourselves in this fun, joyful, pink, exciting world.
I think you're the perfect Barbie for me. Right now, even right now, you're like incredible. You're such a strong woman. You're the perfect Barbie. You belong. Okay? Coming to our Barbie here, I feel like this is the one thing nobody's talking about, but you're like always smiling in this movie because everything is perfect and everybody's happy. But I feel that's really difficult because it could come out as really annoying for somebody if it's fake. How did you do that? Like, did you face pain? Like, how did you like manage to be
It was not hard to be smiling all the time on this film because you could be the grumpiest person in the whole world, and if you walked onto these sets, you'd be smiling. And trust me, like the Teamsters, like, you know, the guys that like drive trucks, everyone would come find an excuse to come to set because being in Barbie Land was like a dopamine hit, and they would just walk in and be like, and I was like, I know, it's the funnest thing ever. So smiling was very easy because the sets were so beautiful. Every day when all the other Barbies would get to set and I get to see what everyone's costume was, we'd all like squeal and be like, you look so good. That was always fun. And then Ryan is one of the most hilarious, most comedically gifted actors I've ever worked with. And he would make me burst out laughing in every take. He would do something different every take that would completely catch me off guard. After months of shooting where I was like, come on, I can keep it together by this point, he'd still make me break all the time.
What are you doing here?
I'm coming with you.
Did you bring your rollerblades?
I literally go nowhere without them.
It's very interesting that somebody like me who's not been on the set is raving about it because I'm curious, but for you who's like spent months filming on it, it's also equally swayed by how beautiful it is. So tell me honestly, if all three of you could steal one piece, like a costume or a prop, anything, from the set, one, what would it be?
I just keep going. I keep the thing that I truly would is the car. That car is just beautiful. I love it, and yeah, and it was a giant remote control car. I mean, it was tiny.
Remote control.
Yeah, there was a
Who
man.
There was a
man.
guy literally like set up in a gaming chair with like VR headset sort of thing and a controller. I would just be doing nothing, and he was completely. It was a giant remote control car, and he was controlling it. It was so fun.
So that's the car for you. What about you?
This is gonna sound pretty niche, but there was like these flamingo mailboxes out the front of the dream house.
And I love the one which was scribbled, like you said, like children's
Yeah,
scribbled.
and then all the letters inside were just like beautiful
That
scribbled
sounds
for the
childish.
Ryan.
I think I would steal that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That's something you can actually use because, like, I don't think I can park that car.
The
What about
flamingo
you?
mailbox, yeah, practical too.
I think I'd have to take the little tree house.
Treehouse, yeah.
But that wasn't Midge's tree house.
It's not Midge's or Skipper's.
It's
It was
Chelsea's.
actually Chelsea's.
It's Chelsea.
We did. I know it was like a deep cut thing, but I just loved it so much. I was like, I want to put Skipper and Midge in there.
I got to bring my kids to the set, and they were so little. They actually have no context for Barbie, which tells you everything you need to know. You don't have to love Barbie or even know Barbie to like walk on the set and be like, what is this world? But my daughter, who was 2 at the time, just beelined for the treehouse and has talked about the treehouse once a week
So
for
did my
a year.
son.
Like, I'd have to take the treehouse.
My son was 3, and I have pictures of him looking out through the heart in the door. Like, I have these incredible pictures of him, like, just loving it. And
I think the fact that she's a producer, you could just steal the whole set and live with it forever and invite all your friends.
I'll have a word with someone.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank
Three
you.
of you look gorgeous. You speak well. It was such fun to talk to you because of how candid it was. I had a great time. All the best for the movie and to the entire cast and crew. I hope it does very, very well. And it will be.
I hope everyone in India likes it and enjoys it.
Perfect. Thank you, ladies. All the best. Bye bye.
Barbie, bitch, if you still in doubt.